Coming up on Inside Lee University Basketball, two big victories, two for each team, the men and the women. They were both conference games, one at home, one on the road. We'll have all the highlights. We'll also have a feature on the assistant coaches and the great job they do here at Lee University. And we'll also be profiling the Lee softball team and head coach Emily Russell. All that and much more coming up. Welcome in, everybody, to this week's edition of Inside Lee University Basketball. I'm Randy Smith. Tommy Brown, the head coach of the Lee Flames, joins us first of all today. The men's basketball team, and coach, two more victories, though one went to overtime and you had to come from behind to win the other, but nevertheless, two big victories for the team.
We had to come from behind to win both of them. Didn't play very well, but we won, and I guess that's the name of the game at this point of the year.
Win. So. That's the key word.
Right.
All right, first game was a home game against Brewton Parker as the Flames dressed in their home white.
Home white. There's Ryan Westbrook with his tights there. Every week the ref asks if those are for medical reasons, and they are. He can't play without them. Brewton Parker came in and played really well. Their coach is doing a nice job. They were hot at the time. Ryan Westbrook had a tremendous first half, had 22 points in the first half. Got going. He can get hot and do a lot of good things. We didn't guard very well in the first half, and that's why it was such a close game. I'm sure Jeff's going to show this move in a second where Ryan crosses somebody over, and it was just an incredible move. But Brewton Parker came storming back in the second half, and we actually got down about 10 points, and it looked very bleak there at times, but we started pressing at the end. Press I took from Ken Brooks, who used to be at Covenant. You remember that name? So got to give him some credit. He's been saying he needs some credit for that, and he deserves it actually. So this was a big shot there, and or a big rebound by Chad Lee, Chattanooga product, and that was a big shot to make the run right there. And then here we come. I believe this is where we're down 3 right here. Yes, this is a good ball movement there, and Duran Blue hits the big shot to send it into overtime. So we're that close from losing right there. And then we take control in overtime and get the nice win. Tyrone Caldwell. I'm struggling today, Randy. I'm tired. I'm sorry about the names, but it's all right. Tyrone Caldwell really took over in overtime. Played well, and I asked him after the game. I said, "What caused you to just, take the game over?" He goes, "Coach, I realized it's my senior year. Don't have many left," and so I was really proud of how he played. So this was at the end for the win, for them to tie, and we'll certainly take it, Randy. That's for sure.
81-78 in overtime, the win for Lee. Their 17th of the year at the time. Ryan Westbrook's 27 points, and 22 of them came in the first half. Tyrone Caldwell with 16 points, and he had 9 in overtime. So after that, you had a big road game that was coming up down at Truett-McConnell, and again, another tough outing for your team, but you got the victory.
They're all tough. Truett-McConnell's got a lot of talent, and we were very fortunate to come away with a win. Played very poorly, as we'll see in the first half.
All right, let's take a look as the Flames now on their road maroon uniforms. I guess that's maroon, isn't it? Or crimson, or what?
There's about 17 or 18 different shades of our road color, but I guess in theory it is cardinal.
Cardinal. Okay.
Cardinal. Yeah.
All right.
First half we just didn't play very well. Truett played well. Give them credit. Did a lot of good things. They shot the ball well. There's a guy right there who hit 9 threes on the year, and he hits 3 in the first half against us. This number 11 is a great shooter. You can tell that Truett just had the energy, they had the passion, they had the desire for the game, and we were down at by 15 at one point here in the first half. Duran Blue did a good job for us this week. He's our player of the week. And Josh Henley did an excellent job as well. They're done the Big 23, and really proud of him. But this looks a lot better than it really is, because most of the game we were watching them hit shots. Second half, a lot better energy. The big fella came out and gave us a little something in the second half. Ryan Westbrook and Alex Wells both played much better. You see the thunder dunk there by Johnny Gaudette. And this was probably his best game in about 2 months. And he really played with a lot of energy. And you see another one right there, him running the floor and getting the and one. Johnny really was the difference there in the stretch. Game comes down to the end, and nice job playing for each other, finding your teammate, and just a gut check, good job in the second half. Nice job by Duran Blue in the second half, and we got out and ran. And this team's funny. I mean, we can if we play well, we can beat anybody, and if if we're flat, anybody can certainly take it to us. So we outscored them 49-27 in the second half. And just did a great job. Finished the game off well. Tyrone Caldwell, second time. This was a big shot off our ball screen action where he finds Alex, and that kind of seals the win right there.
75-65, 10-point win on the road for the Flames after trailing by 14 in the second half. Alex Wells, he's been playing awfully well lately. 15 points as he hit 6 out of 7 from the free throw line, and the team comes up with a 18-5 record now going into your games this week, and among them a home game on Thursday night against Southern Poly. Could be one of the bigger games of the year.
It will be. They'll probably be ranked 3rd in the country. We play them Thursday at home, and then we play Mountain State at home on Saturday, who will probably be ranked 5th in the country. And then next Thursday we go on the road to the #1 team, Shorter. So 1-3-5. I mean, that's got to be the toughest stretch just about anybody's ever played in NAI. So, it's good scheduling.
Yes, good scheduling. Get 3 wins, and they'll still be talking about you in 10 years. All right.
That's a good call right there. That's a good way to look at it.
All right.
So.
Stay with us. We'll be back with more Inside Lee University basketball right after this.
I'm Ken Jones, inviting you to visit the all-new SpeakingDeacon.com, where you'll find everything you're looking for. Browse over 1,000 vehicles, including 12 new car brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. Apply for financing, get a value for your trade-in, schedule a service appointment, download monthly service coupons, and find the Deacon Jones store nearest you. It's all right here at SpeakingDeacon.com.
Speaking Deacon, Speaking Deacon.
Are you Speaking Deacon?
He never did tell me we might be alone.
How did she always make it look so easy?
Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. We offer support groups to help with grieving or just talking and sharing. These support groups are another of our commitments to you.
At Jim Rush Funeral Homes, we believe life is worth remembering with compassion and respect. We will continue this tradition that has set us apart for so many years. Jim Rush Funeral Homes, it's all about life. North Ocoee and Wildwood Chapels.
Welcome back. Time now for our center court feature here on Inside Lee University basketball. The assistant coaches have played a major part here at Lee in the success of all of our teams. Producer Kim Thomas sat down recently to talk to them about some of their roles and how they came to be here at Lee University.
You know, it's really a unique experience coming from being a player, you know, and being in that role with Coach Rowe for 5 years, and then being able to be a graduate assistant and leave and go out on my own for a year and have, you know, some head coaching experience there. And, you know, through that whole year, he was still my mentor, and I talked to him, you know, almost every day. And then to come back and be able to see it from a different perspective and be more involved, you know, as an assistant, seeing it from all those different angles is really a great learning experience. So I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of responsibilities. The main thing is making sure that I take care of, you know, whatever Coach Rowe asks me to do. I need to take things like that I have to take care of. You know, there's travel responsibilities involved when we go on the road. You know, recruiting responsibilities every day, you know, game to game, film exchange, things like that that are involved as well. And then just taking care of the girls on the court, off the court, academically, just in the day-to-day, that's mostly what it is. There's a lot of things that we get involved in as a team, you know, off the court, whether it's getting involved with service projects or whatever, and that, you know, has really made the team, you know, a tight-knit group. So yeah, it's on the court, off the court, and I think, you know, that helps with your team chemistry on the court to have those relationships outside of basketball. You know, ever since, you know, high school, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and since playing for Coach Rowe, that's when I really felt like I knew I wanted to be a coach. And so, you know, as far as what it means to me to be here and be able to coach the girls, be able to know, you know, what they go through, because I've been there and I've been a player, I've been in their shoes. It's neat to be able to relate to that and kind of be there for them, know how it is on both sides. Like I said, I really enjoy being an assistant here, and right now I'm looking to, under Coach Rowe, who's, you know, such a big part of my life, and I've learned so much from already, just to be in this role and be able to learn and continue to grow as a coach, grow as a person, and then hopefully be able to move into a head coaching position at this level someday would be the ultimate goal.
Welcome back. Time to go around the Southern States Athletic Conference. And in women's basketball play, the Women's Player of the Week, well, that would be Jasmine Brewer of Loyola. She's the week's winner. It's the second time this year she's been honored with that award. The 5'9" sophomore from Houston averaged 21.5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2.5 steals per game. Brewer currently ranked 3rd in the nation for field goal percentage. In the women's standings in the Eastern Division, Lee is in front comfortably by 4 full games with a 17-0 league mark. They're 25-1 overall. Shorter is second, followed by Emmanuel, Brewton Parker, Southern Wesleyan, Bernal, Southern Poly, and Truett-McConnell. In the Western Division, Belhaven is in first place by a half game over Loyola. And then following them is Faulkner, William Carey, Auburn Montgomery, Mobile, and Spring Hill. On the men's side of the ledger, this week's SAC Player of the Week is Antonio Hester of Mobile University. Hester is a 6'6" junior forward from Miami, Florida, as he averaged a double-double for the week at 16 points and 13.5 rebounds per game. He shot 52% from the field, 71% from Charity Lane. Hester has 9 double-doubles on the year, including 7 of the last 8 games. And in the men's standings in the Eastern Division, Shorter has a 2.5 game lead over Southern Poly, and Lee is currently 12-4 in the league. The Flames are 3 full games back. Following them, Emmanuel, Brewton Parker, Truett-McConnell, and Southern Wesleyan. In the Western Division, again, another dogfight. Belhaven is in first place with a 9-6 league mark. They have a game lead over Mobile. They lead Loyola by a game and a half. They lead William Carey by 2 and Spring Hill 2.5 games. Only 2.5 separating the top 5 teams in the Western Division. Faulkner and Auburn Montgomery are the other 2.
I'm Ken Jones, inviting you to visit the all-new SpeakingDeacon.com, where you'll find everything you're looking for. Browse over 1,000 vehicles, including 12 new car brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. Apply for financing, get a value for your trade-in, schedule a service appointment, download monthly service coupons, and find the Deacon Jones store nearest you. It's all right here at SpeakingDeacon.com.
Speaking Deacon,
Are you speaking, Deacon?
Fazoli's is the most family-friendly Italian restaurant in town. All of the fresh and flavorful meals are served right at your table on real dishes with real silverware instead of foam or plastic. Enjoy a clean, contemporary dining room and the excellent service you would normally expect from an expensive sit-down restaurant. For less than the price of a burger and fries, you can get a delicious hot meal like baked spaghetti, pizza, and all the breadsticks you can eat. It's fast, fresh Italian. It's Fazoli's. Welcome back to Inside Lee University Basketball. I'm Randy Smith. Joining us now, Marty Rowe, the head coach of the Lady Flames, whose team now 25-1 on the year overall. And you just everything just keeps falling into place for you. You came away with 2 big victories over Brewton Parker and Truett-McConnell last week.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good week. I mean, we continued to win. You know, I think the win on Saturday was good for us to be able to play a lot of people, and you'll see that in the highlights, hopefully, that we got a chance to get a lot of people in and out. But, you know, we've still got some tough games coming up, and we're trying to finish this thing and get finish strong as the season continues to go.
All right, let's take a look at the game at home for the Lady Flames against Brewton Parker.
You see we wore our pink uniforms. We wanted to celebrate Pink Zone, which is the WBCA month-long event, which basically helps fight breast cancer and breast cancer awareness. So we wore our pink uniforms there. Girls love to wear those and stuff. We came out and against Brewton Parker. Brewton Parker is probably the most improved team in the league, and I think LaFilia Dallas has done a great job. She's the new head coach. She came from Austin Peay. She was an assistant down there for the last 3 years, but she was on our league before. She was an assistant at Southern Poly a few years ago, and so she knows the league, knows what to do, and she's doing a super job with them. See Jenna Adams knocking down a 3, but you know, we played really well on the offensive end. We moved the basketball. We shot it pretty good, especially in the first half. You know, in the second half, we really didn't move our legs. I was disappointed in how we moved our legs defensively. We've been priding ourselves, and maybe that's because we've been playing defense so well over the last couple of weeks that we felt like it was a little bit of a letdown. But you know, gave up 61 points, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're only giving up 48, you know, a game, you know, that's a little bit more than what we've been giving up. And we want to be selfish when it comes to points we give up. I mean, if there's one thing we want to do is be selfish and, you know, rebounding and not allowing people to score against us. So, you know, from that respect, we were a little disappointed, but I tell you what, Holly German really stepped up in this game. You'll see she had 31. And she basically carried us offensively, and to our credit, our team recognized that early on and continued to find her. You see, Madison Lee had a big game in this game too, hitting Carly Miller. But Holly just really played well. Jenna Adams there played well in this game, and you know, we were able to fight it out and do some things throughout the course of the game to stretch it out. I mean, we ended up winning, I think, 81-61, and it was a good performance based on you know, us coming off of an emotional win against Emmanuel.
20-point win at home for the Lady Flames over Brewton Parker. Holly German, big game. 31 points, career high, 10 out of 14 field goals. And Coach, I noticed a lot of them were from behind the arc as well. And Jenna Adams had 13 points and 6 boards. With that win, the Lady Flames ran their record to 24-1. Then it was on the road at Truett-McConnell, and of course it's a conference game, it's a road game, so therefore it's a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, especially on a quick turnaround like we're going to have. We're going to end up having, we play Monday as well, so we're going to have 3 games in 5 days, which I particularly like because it's right before the season. I mean, before the end of the season. Kind of gets us ready for conference, because really in conference you're going to have to play 3 games in 3 days or 3 games in 4 days, and so it gives us a good feel for the coaching staff as well on how we're going to make adjustments and how our players are going to make adjustments. But, you know, here's a game that's, you know, you got the best team in the league record-wise and you got the worst team in the league record-wise. And so, you know, our whole goal was to go up there and play as hard as we can. You know, we wanted, we were playing without one of our starters. Callie Eldridge was out in this game. He's got a little bit of an Achilles problem. See a nice move on Mariah Isles right there. So we ended up starting Madison Lee, who did a great job. I think she had 12 points and less in scoring. But again, in this game, our sole goal was to play hard. I mean, we didn't want to be sloppy with the basketball. We wanted to be everybody involved. We wanted to respect Truett-McConnell enough to play as hard as we possibly could play. And, you know, I've got a former assistant that's the head coach up there. And, you know, I asked the girls before we went into this game, I said, you know, how many of you guys respect Coach Sanders? And they all raised their hand. And I said, well, then that's the reason we have to play as hard as we can, because you don't want to disrespect Coach Sanders and go up there and not compete with his team. And so it actually, you know, they played really hard for 40 minutes. I thought we played really hard for 40 minutes. And so it was good, and we got a chance to see Madeline Doyle making a layup right there. And she did a nice job coming in late in the game and making some nice moves. But you know, it was a really good game because we could get a lot of people in. You see Larissa Letasheva hitting Carrie Jo Harris right there. So a lot of people involved, and it was good for us to get out of there, no more injuries, and to pick up another win.
89-32 the final. Madison Lee led a balanced Lee attack with 12 points. She hit 3 out of 5 behind the arc, and Madeline Doyle off the bench 10 points and 4 rebounds as Lee improved to 25-1. Well, you got another big conference game at home on Thursday of this week. Let's talk a bit about that one because it's Southern Poly.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a nice week coming up. We have Burnell on the road, then we have Southern Poly at home, and then we finish up with senior night with Voorhees College, a team that's out of the conference. And, you know, Southern Poly is always a rivalry game. It's become a good rivalry, especially on our guys' side. And it'll be an exciting night, and we're looking forward to all 3 games. We only have 4 games left, so we want to take advantage of every opportunity to improve. And you know, this week having 3 games, we should get that tested. Let's put it that way.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.
At Sky Ridge Medical Center, we believe every moment is important. That's why, whatever you encounter on the road of life, Sky Ridge Medical Center will be there for you and your family. You can count on our experienced, dedicated staff to provide quality health care and the advanced medical technology you need, so you don't miss one special moment. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime.
Stop hunting. Start finding. Choose the AT&T Real Yellow Pages to find just what you need. No other book has more complete ads and up-to-date listings.
Welcome back. Time now for our Eye on Lee Athletics feature. Coach Emily Russell has her team ready to go for the season, which is underway here at Lee University for softball. She's hoping to make another run at the NAIA National Tournament. This week, Olivia Looney sat down to talk to Coach Russell about her team and the prospects for the 2012 college season.
We're here at Butler Field, home of the Lady Flames softball team. With many returning players, including 5 seniors, the Lady Flames have high hopes entering this 2012 season. We got the opportunity to speak with some of the players earlier today. Caitlin, what are your expectations for your team this season?
Well, I believe that this is the hardest working team that I've been on so far in the past 4 years. They have all worked extremely hard off season during weights and running and practices and things like that. So I really expect to have a phenomenal season, going far beyond what we did last year and hopefully matching, if not surpassing, what we did our sophomore year when we made it to nationals.
Brittany, what do you think sets apart this season's team from last year's?
Well, in the off season, we really worked a lot on speed and conditioning, and we also worked a lot on our team bonding skills. This year I feel like we are more of a close-knit family than we were from last year.
Tabitha, how do you feel like the team is fitting together this season?
Well, I feel like we have a really strong leadership this year with the 5 seniors. We also have some really great transfers that came in as juniors this year that will have a huge impact on the team. And as for our underclassmen, we have just some incredible athletes coming in, as well as just some wonderful girls that are just ready to be here at school and to play the game they love.
Kelsey, what do you think some of your strengths are for the 2012 season?
I think most of our strengths are our combination of power and speed. Our slappers are going to be really successful getting on base with our power hitters coming behind them to move them around and score some runs.
I definitely have to say we have a lot of speed this year. We have a few freshmen who just fly on the field, and we have great power at the plate. We have Kelsey Barnes and Charlie Wooden, who are both phenomenal power hitters. And then, of course, we have a stupendous bullpen, and I don't only say that because I'm in it, but we have 2 seniors, a junior, and then we have a new recruit and a sophomore who have just done a phenomenal job in the off season. So I think it's a pretty powerful staff.
I think as long as we focus on playing together as a team and concentrating on our quality at-bats, that we will have a very successful year.
To find the complete Lady Flames softball schedule, go to leeuniversity.edu. This was Olivia Looney for Inside Lee Basketball.
Be sure and join us next week for another edition of Inside Lee University Basketball. We'll have highlights from some big conference games for you as Southern Poly comes to the Walker Arena. The Southern Poly men are ranked in the top 5 in the country. And the women will also be here to play the Lady Flames. On Saturday, the Lady Flames will be hosting Voorhees, while the men take on perennial top 5 national power, Mountain State. We'll also have a behind-the-scenes look at the TV production crew for Lee basketball. We'll take a look at the stream team, if you will. All that and much more coming up next week. For coaches Marty Rowe and Tommy Brown, I'm Randy Smith. Have a great week, everybody.